House. I think there's nothing devious about this bill. That's a terminology that was used by the Honourable Leader of the Opposition, the Honourable Biman Prasad. There's nothing devious about it. I think it shows decisiveness. And the comments being made by the Honourable Biman Prasad saying that this bill will not address the issues of stimulating the economy, which is what we'll have to do. Of course, that's correct. This was not designed to stimulate the economy. There's nothing.
Mr. Speaker, no place I said that anything about stimulating the economy. All I said is this bill, this leave provision is not going far enough to help the workers in this country. I didn't talk about. So the minister should stop misleading the parliament that I.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. So when you say in the course of your deliberations that this bill is not going to do anything about helping the economy revive itself, you're just saying that this bill was supposed to be designed to stimulate the economy. It is not designed to do that. We know, as the Honourable Prasad has said, that this event, COVID-19, has showed us a number of things. One, it has shown that there is a very close relationship between economy and public health. You can have this massive public health issue that can have a huge impact on the economy. I'm not too sure. I think the last one that you thought of is Spanish flu. Back in 1918, had a huge impact on the economy. It had a huge impact on the lives of everybody in the world. I think the other big event that would have been similar around the world would have been the Great Depression of 1929. And there are people around the world talking about the major changes that happened in the world as a result of 1929 and the depression that took place. And it led to the changes in the way we see how to run this world. It took us away from unilateralism, where governments looked at their own affairs, and it led to the development of the League of Nations and the United Nations, which got all governments to work together to try to address the issues of the world. That's the same sort of thing that's happening here. We agree entirely with the fact that COVID-19 and its effects will be here for the rest of this year and for next year. But we need to do a number of things. First of all, we will need to, when we have events like this, there's going to be a call for austerity. We'll have to see about things that we can give up. There's a need for sacrifice on everybody in the world and in all economies. There will have to be a sacrifice on us as individual citizens. There will have to be sacrifices for us as members of parliament. There will have to be some sacrifice by workers and also sacrifices by our entities. But at the same time, as we're going through this process of austerity, we always want to preserve those parts of our economy that can lead to greater employment. So government needs to be mindful of the needs of our micro, small and medium, and even our large enterprises. In my ministry, Ministry of Works, we have a lot of contractors that work for us. And we're getting a lot of concern. Electrical contractors, for instance. We hear that some of them now are not able to do the kinds of jobs that they're doing. Some of them are thinking now of selling their assets and their equipment. And these are something that government is worried about. Because right now, the economy is in a bit of a stalemate, but there will come a time after the budget, hopefully with stimulating stimulus packages that government will put in place, that these enterprises will be able to pick themselves up again, start running again, start expanding, start employing people so that we can have money circulate in the economy. So it's very important for government as much as possible to look at the kinds of things that we can do to assist these enterprises. And obviously, the Ministry of Employment and the Ministry of Economy has looked at some of these things, the family care leave, the paternity leave. These are some of the things that we can do to give some space to these small companies, micro, small, medium, and even the large enterprises. What can we do to make sure that when the economy does turn around, that they have not totally disintegrated? So this, I believe that this is a very decisive policy input from the Ministry of Economy and the Ministry of Employment to make sure that we can look after our enterprise. So when the time comes for them to be able to create employment, when global travel starts opening up again, that they will be in a position to take advantage of that. So with that, Mr. Speaker, sir, I totally support the bill, and I hope that all the members of this House will support it, because when you do that, you are sending a message out to all of Fiji that we support enterprises in this country. We want them to revive, to be strong when they need to take their place in the revival of the economy of this country. Now, I'll leave Mr. Speaker, sir.
Thank the Honourable Minister for his contribution to the debate. Honourable Minister Koya, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.